Hey chaps, how's it going? So here we have the cockpit installed, the side bits and everything are all in there. That's CA'd, that side, all this is glued in. There's a light, little LED's been put in the front, and I've got these LEDs hanging ready to be put through the engines, and then the halogen bulb will go in there and hopefully that'll illuminate. Okay, a little bit of scratch going on there, but that's okay because that gets hidden with, oh, sorry, this part. So that'll be okay. What else? Right, okay, we'll take this off now in real time, which is always a dangerous thing to do on camera. I put a bit of foam in there, as you can see the ring that's been left, and the clamp then won't affect the resin, and you won't get a nasty circle imprinted on the resin. So yeah, that's held well. Just CA, not epoxy, just normal. I'm using Zappa Gap super glue or CA glue, and yeah, there we go. That looks all right. And then the old tubes will just slide in place in there, but I'll just get the lights on if I can. Yay, there we go. They're working fine, and that one. So yeah, I'll probably go in and just dull this one down by putting well, you can see there's like a nice curvature. I think that's looks like a gun mantle that Lass has used, but in there's like a gap that I can put like a really thin bit of sheet styrene, or a good tip for diffusing light is milk bottles. If you cut plastic milk bottles up, that sort of has a frosty sort of look, and that can diffuse light quite well. So at this point, I can lay down the base coat. Reefer White can go on this now, and because the kit's been made so well, I can use the old is it DH Caboose Red? I can't remember, I haven't looked at my one for a while. I think it's DH Caboose Red for these, and then that'll be nice. I can just slide them on and they'll be done. I won't have to install them now and then mask them all off and paint them a different colour, so that'll be really handy. So this is where I'm really happy I'm at this stage now, because you've got a nice big block, everything's done. You can just lay your base coat down and start masking off all your red and everything, and the same underneath, and start having real fun with it. Okay, so here we have it in Reefer White. This is Archive X enamel Reefer White. This didn't have a sticker on it because just one that guy sent me that wasn't from the factory, but here we have it in its lovely ever-changing Reefer White. Sometimes it's cream, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's that sort of greyish tone. Even when you move the light around, it changes. But yeah, really happy with that. So once that's cured, I can put some liquid mask down around here, the chipping marks, and then mask off these edges and go straight down with the red. So yeah, really happy with that. I mean, it just shows the quality of Lass's kit. It's just outstanding, the level of detail and smoothness and the crisp panel lines. Really nice. The cockpit is going to be well, there are two different colours. I think on the this one is this particular ship that I'm replicating, which is sitting in the archives, that has the damaged wing, and it's not actually a damaged wing, it's like a cover that slips over the top of the fin. So there's so that damaged wing up there, that's just sort of another one of these, but hollow, and it slips over the top. Whether that was made out of foil or really thin styrene or whatever, but whether I'm going to replicate that or not, I don't know. I didn't on my last one, but I'll ask the customer and see what they want. But yeah, so the cockpit in that one is like a blue grey, and on the studio scale one I used the TIE Fighter ILM Stormy Sea Grey on that cockpit. So that gives a really nice contrast to the red. I really like that one because it's there we go, you can see the blue cockpit, light grey, blue, whatever you say. It's the same as the, well, I thought it was the same as the TIE Fighters, and it looked quite good in the last one. But the other one has got a slightly different colour. I haven't actually researched this one too much. I think I've only replicated that one at 1/72nd scale, the Bandai one. I have some ref of the bigger one, not the bigger one, the other one is sitting in the archive, so it makes sense to replicate that one. So yeah, so red next, which is good because I can just slide in the other components afterwards and paint them separately and then attach the fins. And then once everything's attached, that's when you do the sort of misting and everything, so it ties all the paintwork together. Okay, so since the last little update in the video, the weekend's been, and the postman has brought me some of these Osram Halogen Bulbs, 44870WFL is the code if you want to get some of these. Chris Ford put me onto these, so thank you, Chris. And these fit in the back of the engines perfectly. So you can slide them, well, you'll have to glue them onto here, but you can see that. I mean, I think Lass probably even used these to get the diameter of the tubes, but once that's, oh yeah, I'll just try and stick that in now. Obviously I'll use glue when it comes to it, but then that will sit in there, and there you've got your bulb ILM style, and then you can put, you know, that on the back. And I found this out with the Slave one and the bigger A-wing that I did, that you can just crack off, literally put this in a vise, very gently just crack, because it is glass, that comes out, and you can slide your LED in, and Bob's your uncle, you've got it. So yeah, slight little update on that, and then next will be some paint getting chucked down. Okay, so here we have, just like magic, the red has been laid down. This is the Archive X D and H Caboose Red, 1975. The enamel I'm using on this, just because I've got enough of it in the pot, so I've decided to use enamels. I've gone round with the masking fluid. You've seen this in all my other videos, how to apply liquid mask and how I do it. It's I wasn't going to bore you with dotting on the little areas that have been chipped, but it looks a bit patchy now. Well, once the weathering goes over, and I might give it one more. Actually, no, sod it. I'm going to leave it. My last A-wing was patchy like this, and it looks far worse on camera than it does in person. And once the mist coats and blast marks and that sort of thing is applied, it looks okay. I'm using low-tack Mammoth masking tape, which seems to do the job. It doesn't rip up the paint afterwards, but this will be the test. I'm going to do this now and just see if I peel anything off. It seems to be coming off okay. I won't bore you with everything and taking it off, but I'm just going to do a quick reveal. Yep, that seems to have held. The base coat's held on that. Yeah, that's coming off okay. Okay, so I'll just strip that down and let you see it demasked. Okay, so there we have it. I mean, this looks incredibly patchy. I don't know why. It doesn't in person, but the camera's sort of picking up all that harsh red. But I mean, I said that before. My bigger A-wing did the same. That was that looked sort of mottled, and once the grime mist and that sort of thing went on, that did disappear. The cockpit, again, that'll be masked out and sprayed black, and then the ILM Stormy Sea Grey. I did have a hiccup at the back, and I haven't had this happen to me in so long, and it was just, oh no, when it happened. There's some lift there, and annoyingly there. So it couldn't have happened in a better place though, because now I can just mask over that. I'll airbrush some primer in there, leave it, and then base coat that back over, and you won't see a thing, fingers crossed, hopefully. But yeah, that's how it's sitting at the moment. Okay, that was an easy fix, but I still need to mask off and go in with the red. But while I'm waiting for that to dry, I can go around and just start taking off the masked panels or mask old panels with the. You just go around with your finger and just rub that mask all off. Liquid mask, liquid latex. Just gently, otherwise you'll rub the red into the white and it will look crap. So at the front there, there's all scrapes going up, and I'll do that with a light bit of sandpaper come the finish. But there we go, it's coming off quite well. But I'll repeat that over all the red and see how it looks. Okay, so here we have all that chipped off on the nose. These will be refined with the back of a scalpel or sandpaper, ILM style. Just attack it a little bit. But yeah, that's turning out okay so far. Happy with that.